Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And I just recently watched a video by Miss Kayla, and I have mentioned her previously in a video, and I want to follow up because she mentioned me, and this isn't anything hostile or confrontational. It's actually just a reaction to the video I saw that she made yesterday. And I want to comment about a couple of things. First of all, she mentions that there's this perception that people shouldn't communicate sometimes online, and I think that sometimes that's true. It depends on the intentions behind it, really. It's about the spirit of it, usually, whether it's meant to be, supportive and constructive and healthy versus, somebody who is acting selfishly or inappropriately. So I want to go on record and just, address a couple of things she said about her age being 14 and, old men being on her channel in general, and me specifically, I was mentioned in her video. There's this perception that people shouldn't communicate, and it's unfortunately, I think, a product of our culture where people are expected to be superficial, like I mentioned in many of my videos. They're expected to be casual, and my question, I guess, for Miss Kayla, is what is it you think is going to happen exactly? It's the same question I ask anybody who is concerned about it. What is it that you saw happen or are expecting to happen? Because if nobody has plans to do anything, if there's no expectations, there's really nothing to worry about. People are allowed to talk. People are allowed to shake hands. People are allowed to communicate however they like. And in fact, people are allowed to associate and hang out even, as long as it's respectful, until there's a problem, until there's a complaint, at which time, authorities or whoever could be involved. She mentioned she reports comments that I leave on her videos. She's allowed to do that, of course, but I stand by every comment I made, and I've got nothing to hide. And I also have no designs on this person. I want to go on record with this. So, first of all, Miss Kayla is a beautiful young woman. She's clearly a woman, and I will stand by that comment as well. I also want to say that when it's real, hypothetically, between people, there's no rush as long as it's mutual, right? As long as they understand each other and they are both, their goals are aligned, so to speak. If they're not, that's fine too, but if they are, there's no rush, is my point. And if somebody were to, wait until something were, until a time at which it was less awkward, until a time at which it was less inconvenient or questionable, as she said in her video as well, to meet or whatever. And I'm not suggesting a meeting. I'm saying hypothetically, if people were to plan ahead and they liked each other enough so that they wanted to someday, when it was not questionable, explore something, I don't see a problem with that. I don't think there's a legal problem with that or an ethical problem with that. Really, again, it comes down to the spirit of it, the intentions and the desires of the people in question. I think that young Kayla's got a lot on her plate, and it's not really my place to analyze her or judge her. She's, by my estimate, she's living in a somewhat structured household with quite a few activities, including school, of course. At her age, she's going to go to school, and she has sports and lots of friends and an active social life. I don't think anybody could or should tell her what to do with herself. And I want to be clear also, I'm not suggesting she change anything about herself. And she should live a full life and be happy with who she is and what she's doing at every step of the way, regardless of who she communicates with. So, I guess in conclusion, I want there to be no confusion about it. And I suppose that if there was ever any frustration between us, or coming from my side anyway, it was due to a breakdown of communication. That's all it was. A frustration about being unable to communicate like this. So it is what it is. I'm not looking for a more direct channel necessarily. I'm just trying to clear it up a little bit. Hopefully that helps. Reach out if you like with questions or comments down below, and have a great day. Thank you.